Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Yet another BSSO video. Little disclaimer now at the beginning. You can hear some ASMR in the background. It's not mine. Credits to the owner of the video. I put the video in the description. Yeah, so I was playing and recording Star Stable. And I totally forgot that I had ASMR on. Oh, the kitties are so cute. Because of course ASMR, it is so relaxing. I do realize it at some point that like, oh no, I am recording. And I still have the ASMR on. It's not really the intention. Though it can be nice, but no, not the intention. So, for the first bit of this video you will hear some ASMR backgrounds. Again, not mine. Link is put in the description and credits to, I think it's ASMR Bakery. Well, credits to the owner of that video. Alright, well, with that out of the way, let's talk about the quest. Freya at first, she was kind of mean to us, like, oh, you're that stupid. And now she is like she wants to be your friend, sort of. She really likes to make us help solve her mess. It's just a kid though. A farm kid. Really, it's the best kind of youth. Growing up on a farm, it's good for the immune system. Gets you strong, gets you healthy, gets you outside and amongst the animals. Yeah, really, a farm youth, best youth you can have. I remember, well, at home we don't really have a farm, we just have some chickens, and in the past we had some rabbits as well. No, that was really funny in the frame. Love that coincidence. So we had some animals. I still have some chickens and some goose. Belonged to my dad and my uncle. Either way, tractor work also needs to be done because we do have a pasture. And mowing the hay or the grass that turns into hay. Hay is just dried grass. And I remember those times that I was just a little kid and I was sitting on the tractor next to my dad. Like, that are such great memories. I just really loved it. That is so fun. Things with a tractor. Actually, when you have horses in real life, you basically can't really do it without a tractor. Well, many can, but like straightening the mud or the soil, it is great to do that. Or to get out the muck that is sticky. Because right now I also help take care of horses. But it's just, you can't always get everything out with the hay fork only. It's just sticky in the ground. The horses, yeah, they stand there, they eat there, they poop there, and then just when they stand, they push it more into the ground, so it's a little bit hard to get it all out always. But then, I don't know what it's called. People can put something behind the tractor and that straightens it again and loosens the soil a bit. And then you can get it out and then it looks so nice and straight again. Now too, in the spring where I help horses this weekend, I saw that the owner had pulled the soil. Yeah, how do I translate that right? Like, it's in Dutch like de grond recht getrokken. So like straightening the ground, basically is what that means. With the tractor, with something behind it, some iron thing. They have done that some day this week. I think they did that Friday or something. But either way, it's all so nice and straight again. Because you know, when it gets muddy and the horses walk in it, it all gets a little bit kind of wobbly and it's hard to move through it. But either way, now it's all so nice and straight and it's so easy to move over it again with the wheel. No, so silly. Now the word doesn't come to mind. The wheelbarrow, yeah, or barrel. Wheelbarrow. It's just. It's kruiwagen in Dutch. Wheelbarrow. Is it barrel or barrel? I just have to look this up for a moment. I know the word, but I don't know exactly how it is spelled. And I want to know now. Kruiwagen. Wheelbarrow. Oh yeah, O-U-O-W at the end. Right, I see. So much easier to go through it now with the wheelbarrow. Yeah, really, spring is really starting now in the Netherlands. It's already some blossoms here and there. Flowers sprouting. Especially the yellow one. Oh, what was its name again? It's narcis in Dutch. Oh, daffodil or daffodil. Ah. Yeah, daffodil, because I remember it was such a different word in comparison to how it is in Dutch. Daffodil, narcis. It's quite a difference in between that. Oh, I catch myself not talking too much about the quest now. Oh well, you guys can read and understand it anyways. I did enjoy these quests, but are they that special? No. They're cute and cozy and nice and relaxing. But do I care a lot for them? No. But I do enjoy playing them though, otherwise I wouldn't even do it. But yeah, daffodils and other flowers sprouting out, yeah. Slowly warming up. This time of year it is so interesting because like in the morning and the night it's still cold, then you can still wear that little bird there. Then you can still wear your winter coat. But then in the afternoon it gets like warmer, like already like 13-14 degrees Celsius. Not for all day long, not all afternoon, but it's really that time when you're like, what am I gonna wear today? Because it's cold in the morning. And this was so funny. I brought my horse down. Like, what do I wear? Because it's cold in the morning, but then it gets warm in the afternoon. And then the clothes that we're comfortable in the morning are too hot in the afternoon. So, yeah. That is sometimes a little bit like, what do I wear? Like, do I wear my winter coat? And then just something thin underneath it? Like, not my thickest sweater or vest anymore, but just a thinner one. Or do I wear a thinner jacket and a thicker vest or sweater? I usually choose the first combination. It depends though, because I have one pink winter jacket and that one, it's nice and warm, but it's even too warm with 5 degrees. That one is good in Norway when I go there, but it's a little bit warm here now, so yeah, silly girl, you got bitten. Don't pet a snake. Some snakes can be pet, not this one. Well, either way, when I go to the horses I usually do the first combo. My winter jacket for with the horses, which is a bit thinner than my casual winter jacket, because with horses I don't really want to wear a super thick coat, but it must be warming enough. But because when I get in movement, then I warm up, so I don't want to wear a super thick coat then, because then I sweat too much, and then you can also get cold again. So yeah, I usually just do something thinner underneath now, and then my winter coat still. I got this right at once. I was kind of surprised at myself for that. Well, I'm not that dumb. And I didn't even pay that much attention to what a snake looked like. So I was like, oh, I did remember after all. My brain did register. What is up with my pronunciation today? I think that girl is doing the exact same quest as me. A similar one. I've seen her a couple of times when I quested yesterday. It's fun because like she's also on a Morgan, but her Morgan is more it's Palomino, I think, and mine is like dark bay, dark brown. And she is, as you just saw, she has blue and white, and I have black and red, so opposite combo. So I thought that too was funny coincidence. Opposite looking horses and outfits. I don't know her in game, no, not at all. So yeah, it's really springtime again. Well, I'm starting to enjoy it, but I always need some time to adjust to it, because it's more light and more sounds, more warmth. Then I'm like, poof, oh, I can feel the sun again, okay. Getting used to that again. But it is nice. Well, it's so odd now. In spring, sometimes spring just feels a bit odd, but because like this morning I could feel like the cold air, the air was still cold, but then at the same time I could also feel the warmth of the sun, so it was an interesting combination. That's why if anything I have to do outside in summer or spring, I prefer to do it in the morning. Yeah, afternoon is nice too, but because then it's still cold, and I'm just more comfortable in the cold. Of course, I also need to dress warm. I'm not gonna stand like in shorts outside and in a shirt when it's minus 20 for the whole night. Then I too will freeze to death. No, of course, yeah, I'm more comfortable in the cold, but of course I too need to layer up. Like, okay, Wim Hof, he does not need that many layers. He's really well trained, but I'm not that far. And I don't know if I will ever get that cold resistant as Wim Hof is. No, I don't think so. But you know, I'm fine with that. That was my goal at first, like I wanted to become as good as him with it. But now I'm actually like, I love my winter clothes and my autumn clothes. And if my cold tolerance was so high that I didn't need to wear them anymore, then I couldn't wear those clothes anymore, because then basically I could go all year round in shirts and shorts. But yeah, I really like my autumn dresses and cozy, cutesy, warm winter clothes. So yeah, my little autumn spring dresses, that's my favorite clothing. But yeah, in winter that's too cold, then I just take on a vest. So either way, I don't mind if I never get to that high of a cold tolerance, because I love wearing my autumn and winter clothes. So yeah, I have a good cold tolerance. Yes, I do have days that I can bear it a little bit less good, and other days really good. And I always listen to my body with that. If my body says like no when I want to do the cold shower, then I don't do it. I always intuitively tune in to what my body needs at that day. Of course, in the beginning, when you start doing cold showers, it's all about training. First 30 seconds are always a shock. But some days my body's just like, no, not today. Then I usually listen, but I do it quite often, not during menstruation though. I've been doing that since 2021 now. That was so fun in Norway on a farm, like I was doing that. I had my swimming suit on, no worries. And I was cold showering myself with a hose outside. And another girl on the farm was like, how do you do that? I was like, oh yeah, you just need to train. That's how I started it in 2021. That 20 or 21 day challenge in the Wim Hof app. Then you can gradually build it up at your level. And yeah, I haven't stopped ever since. But for the sake of the flow, I don't do it during menstruation. And it's really interesting because I tuned in with my body once whilst I was menstruating, and my body was like, yes, I want a cold shower, but then my womb was like, no, so I didn't do it then. So I in general just to keep my womb space warm and cozy during menstruation. I don't do cold shower during menstruation. The rest of my cycle I do. Not if my body says no or if I'm very stressed or something. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting time, the spring. Yeah, it's just so, in a way, also, I don't know, miraculous or something that you have such big temperature differences during the day. Like, it can be 1 or 2 degrees Celsius in the morning or during the night. And then during the afternoon, it's like 14, 13 Celsius degrees that I'm like, what? Wow, okay, so the warmth, it keeps hanging in there, but it's not that strong yet, which I'm glad about because I don't deal with the heat very well. I deal much better with colds. A cliff cobra. Yeah, I remembered. It's the first one. I got it right at once. I do like this type of quest. These quizzy type of quests, multiple choice. That you really have to pay some attention and think a little bit, use your mind a little bit. Yeah, this is a nice variation of doing quest or in quest. Yeah, always fun, always enjoyable, I think. Yeah. Well, non-poisonous snakes, you can pick them up. You know, I studied animal care at school, and there were also snakes, not poisonous ones, but like they were really tiny ones, and I held them as well. It was so cute. But yeah, the one Freya touched is poisonous, as the vet reveals now. Or venomous, but it's the same meaning, venom, poison. Yeah. I also held a bigger snake once, like that was really interesting as well. They have muscles. If you've ever held a snake, then you know that, like, snakes, they have really strong muscles. It's crazy. Yeah, they could easily strangle you indeed. But the snakes at school, they were quite tame. Just gotta be careful when they're hungry or when they want to be fed. Yeah, that was fun. There was also, like, I don't know, it was not a tarantula, but once during a lesson we got to hold a bigger spider. I don't know if it was a tarantula or another kind of spider, but it was kind of fluffy. It was not as small as a jumping spider. I thought it was so cute. I'm not afraid of spiders, I think they're cute. There's the snake again. Well, that was easy. I was like, oh, do we have to set up the whole trap again? But no. At this stage it was quite easy, just using a net. Of course, we'll take it there, we just gotta make sure we don't get bitten. Are you guys enjoying the spring as well? Or is it still quite wintry? I know that in Norway it's still quite wintry. Because when I came there in April in 2023, it was still just, there was a lot of snow still, not everywhere, and it was snowing a few times. And it was all just still quite bare, not so much growing. At the end of May it is all like poof, all of a sudden green. But I loved that. It was fun. The sun gradually rising and then once boom. I like that I can just really calmly get out of my winter sleep. Just on my own steady, slow pace. I love that. I still find it kind of miraculous that, like, right now the southern hemisphere is getting into autumn whilst we are into spring. I think yeah, the equator is also getting into autumn, winter, because we northern hemispheres, we're tilting towards the sun, so then the equator is going more away from it as well, just like the southern hemisphere. Yeah, and how it can be day at one end of the world and night at the other. We're living at a different time, but in the same moment. I find it kind of miraculous. It's really, yeah, special. Alright guys, well, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Bye!